loud enough now. Is there anybody from Belgium in, by the way? No? Cheer, I can't see you right now. Anybody from Belgium? No? That's good, because they sell kids and hate polio. Alright, we're just going to go straight into our second comedian of the night. She's already ready over there, and all the way from Venezuela. Let's give her a big round of applause and a big Rotterdam welcome for Aliana Almao.
Well, ni hao. For China. Hey, it's cool to see you all. I recently had a baby, about 6 months ago. I'm not trying to give it away on adoption or anything. But the real thing that was worrying me before I was giving birth was, should I shave or get a Brazilian? You know, down there? Because I had like a royal bush. I had like, and what really worried me was, what if my baby is born with pubic hair between its teeth? Luckily, babies don't have teeth, because that would make breastfeeding a hell of a job. And I mean, a hell of a job. There were, like, before giving birth to the baby, there's the whole 9 months, you know, and then you have to make appointments with doctors, gynecologists, midwives, pregnancy yoga, pregnancy swimming, taking blood pressure, needles on your, all these kinds of stuff. And my husband, he's over there somewhere, came to one yoga class. And everybody was like, oh my God, he's a keeper. Oh my God, he's gonna be a great father. And I was like, wait a minute. I'm the great person here. I went to all the pregnancy yogas. I went to entire doctor's appointments. I'm the one who looks like a planet. And I'm not trying to fat shame here, but he looks like a planet too. I mean, when you're trying to give birth, I mean, bringing a human being into the world is like the craziest, embarrassing, most painful, wonderful experience I've ever had. It's like there's no relaxation, there is no meditative state, there is no feeling good. There's just panic. And I feel a little bit panicked right now, but I'm handling it well. And you know, you're just like, you pretty much turn into Linda Blair, you know, from The Exorcist. And then you hear stories from women who are like, oh, I didn't even need epidural. It was just like so easy. I was like drinking tea and listening to Vivaldi, and all of a sudden I sneezed and there was the baby. And you're I'm like, what? I was in the gates of hell. You know, and it's embarrassing, you know, because your vagina turns into a museum. And everybody has something to look down in your birth canal. Doctors, nurses, anesthesiologists, you name it, they're down there. You're like, and then there's the casual med student who's like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. I don't know you, you're not my friend. But then, I mean, there's that awkward moment when you get this persdrang, like this push, this urge to push. And it's just awkward. I mean, it's really awkward. It's embarrassing, because you poop in front of everybody. And then you poop some more. And then you fart and poop, and then somebody screams like, we see the head, we see the head! And then whoosh, your baby shoots out like a dart. Whoops, there goes another fart. And then you see your wonderful baby, and then you fall in love forever. Then there's that awkward moment when you still have to release the placenta. You know, moments before the nurse were saying, you have to walk so the baby's head comes down. And you're like, the only place where you want to walk is to the past, when you were still a virgin. But then about the placenta. So you still have to expel the placenta, right? Awkward, super awkward. Especially because you tell the doctor, hey, you better save it because I'm going to grill it and I'm going to eat it later. Take that. So you make a birth plan and you actually write down, please save the placenta after birth. And they do. They put it in a bucket and they save it for you. But you forget it. And then 3 days later I was like, oh shit, my placenta! So I called up the hospital and I'm like, hey, do you still have my placenta? And they're like, yeah, sure. And it was 38 degrees outside. So it was quite smelly. So I just decided to go to the park, dig a hole, and bury it and plant a tree on it. I thought it was beautiful, you know? Then the tree and my daughter could grow at the same time, and it would be her safe spot, whatever. Only to find out that a wild dog dug it out and ate it! Life sucks. But, I mean, I love my daughter, I love my husband, and it's the most wonderful thing that ever happened to me. I'm very thankful. But, like I said, I'm originally from Venezuela. And I don't know if you heard the news, but Venezuela is going through some tough times. And there's a crisis there. They don't have any toilet paper. And yeah, actually there's a toilet paper shortage. Nothing you Europeans would know about. But especially me, I feel like toilet paper is a valuable thing to me. You know, it's like I have my sense of security derived solely from how much toilet paper I have at any given time. I mean, if there's one toilet paper, then I'm. If there's like 20, then I'm like, life is good. But the situation has gotten so bad in the last 2 years that my mom was here for the birth of my child, and she came to our apartment, and she walks into the bathroom, and she saw 6 toilet papers stacked one on top of each other. And then she came out and she's like, she looked at me and she's like, you're rich. I know, we have it good, we have it good. It's like a toilet paper party here in Holland. You're like, 1, 2, 3. And you're like, 5, 6, 7, you know? And that's like, in Venezuela, you get 1 square. And of course, when you're in Venezuela, you're gonna get diarrhea. It's the tropics. And it's not like you're gonna get diarrhea, you're gonna get a massive diarrhea explosion. And then, so you have to consider, I'm gonna have to sacrifice my sock. But yeah, I thought about this, and I think that you should sacrifice your underwear, because you have more surface area. So then you can actually clean your butt squeaky clean. Otherwise, you can just like sit your ass on the washing bassinet, whatever, washing the water, but obviously there will be no water. So it's really pointless. Yeah, that's a tough part of Latin America. And I want to close off because women are so great and I love women. I'm going to finish off with a poem I wrote this morning. Okay. Ode to the vagina. Ode to my pretty hole where all life comes from. Unless you're a brat. Your mom got a C-section because you're a little twat. Ode to my precious cavity. For you, penises defy gravity. Wrinkly, hairy, and bold, vaginas come in all forms. Vaginas are all beautiful and unique. So when you see one, don't be a prick. Thank you, good night. My name is Aliana.
Aliana Almao, everybody. Give her a